but we're going live. Let's see if I can fix this. I guess I can't change the orientation. Oh well. So here we have state of the collection when it comes to my watches. I figured I'd do this more just for myself to try to figure out what I have and what I want to do this year, even though it's February. Let's see if I can find a way to. Trying to prop it up here. That's a little better. So I have a few extras that I'm going to put down here. I was hoping to spend a few minutes, a few short minutes on a few of these. Long story short, don't quite like what I have going on here. I spent about a year trying to figure out what I liked and didn't like. So a lot of these are from AliExpress. Took a few weeks to get here. Figured out what I liked and didn't like I said. And now we're probably better when it comes to the audio. Hopefully it comes in well. We'll see. All right, let's start with the one that I'm keeping for sure. It's on my wrist right now. This is the Timex Field Post Northern Solar. If you look at it right there, what I like about it, I never have to fix the time. Never had to worry about the battery running out. I have a 6.5-inch wrist. So if you look, lug to lug fits almost perfectly. Usually when I'm wearing it, I forget that it's there. I've been wearing it all day. Look at that color. I see blue. Someone asked today on the about it if it was black. I see it as dark blue. I like the leather that it comes onto. I have nothing bad to say about it. Usually there's no glare. And yeah, it ticks, isn't sweet. The first AliExpress purchase I ever made was this one. It looked really good in the ad. And I thought it was going to be my next dress watch forever. Is this a Seagull dress watch? I don't know if you can see. There's like a ring in there. It's about 40 millimeters. Has the open heart type thing. And if you look at the dials there, they're blued. And it has a day and date in the middle. I haven't worn it in a while. You can see the back too. So when I bought it, I realized a few things. Just going to put it on here. One, that it was a very round dress watch. Two, is that you really have to see a watch in person to tell whether you like it or not. I learned that watches can be super thick. This one's beefy. It does look pretty. I really like the hands, the blued hands. What I didn't realize is that this watch, basically, the hour markers aren't, they're like pasted. They look like stickers almost, if you look close enough. And the leather strap was really hard to break in. So I thought like applied and it was going to look excellent. They're like stickers. And there you go. You see the open heart ticking away now that I've moved it around a little bit. It, other than that, like, for the price, I learned a lot. I got to see a lot. Kind of understand how watches work. But that's the Steel Dress watch. I think it's 2023. Super heavy, super chunky watch, and I only want to spend about a minute on each of these. This is... can't remember if it's Militato. Oh man, I can't remember, but this is basically an homage to Hampton's Murph. The strap's super thin, and I really like it on wrist. Here's the case back. And this is an automatic as well. You can see. I haven't worn it in a while, but now that I've shaken it around a little bit, it's starting to run. And what I have found is even if I buff it out, the next thing I learned about this watch craze is that not everything's perfect. See that smudge between the 4 and the 5? That's on the inside of the, I think it's sapphire glass. See that right there? I couldn't believe it. I don't have the technical know-how to open it up and clean it myself, but I spent about $40 on this. I believe it's like a 38 case, 38 millimeter. I can't remember how thick it is, but really liked the strap. But I realized that, you know, some of these watches, if you buy them QC, might not be the best. So that was my learning experience with this watch. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on these two, but these are the last two I bought. Got into a Pagani design funk. These are Rolex homages. One here is the Air King homage. I'm going to put that on because I actually like the way this feels and looks. This one is the Rolex Explorer homage. This specific watch almost ruined it for me. It looks too big on wrist with a strap. Maybe I shouldn't have put a strap on. A few times I looked at it in the sun when I'm driving and I liked the way it looked, but I had such an aversion to it. I'm going to put this one on with the strap. Excuse me, with the bracelet. This one sits and fits pretty comfortably. Still looks a little big on a 6.5 inch wrist, in my opinion. Look how chunky that looks. Or wide, rather. But I am a big fan of the green second hand. A big fan of the layout. Can't really, there we go. That might be better for you guys to look up. But what I am finding is that the ring that holds the glass, it just seems so big comparatively. It almost takes away from the view of the face. Unlike with this one that I like a lot. You don't tend to see that big ring on the outer point. See how thin it is here? Really like the way that looks. This one, this looks so huge right there. All right. There's two other ones that I figure I should show you. Here is a Seiko dress watch. I felt like I had to get a brown one to match my not so dark suits that I wear to work. So it's a Seiko Solar. I am a big fan of solar watches. Let me try to buff that. It's been a while since I wore these. Seiko Solar. Day and date complication. I haven't worn this in about 4 months. It's still working. like it, but again, I am finding that with a 6.5-inch wrist, lug to lug's important. 45, 46. If I'm getting past that, it's kind of stretching it. Lug to lug's pretty good on here. But when you get upwards of like 40 millimeter case, it just doesn't feel right to me. I prefer a smaller size wrist. Oh, excuse me. I wish I had a bigger wrist. I prefer a smaller size, compact watch. And again, over the past few months, I consider this a big learning experience. The one watch that I do consider my go-to dress watch is this Orient Bambino. This is the 38 millimeter. Which wears very well. I really do enjoy wearing it. The strap here also was very tight, hard to break in, but after a while it fit pretty good. I'm just taking this off here so you can see it. I won't put it on, but gets a lot of questions on my other videos, the one that was specifically geared toward Orient Bambino. Really do like the case back exhibition. You can see things clicking. Crown's easy, relatively easy to get out. Move around. Like the hour and minute hand. You can hear it wind. The one thing I will say, if I had to say something bad about Orient, this piece that moves so that it's automatic, you can feel it move around. If you shake it, you can hear it. Just shy the microphone. But other than that, it's really pretty, in my opinion. Okay. The last one, I don't want to spend a ton of time on it. It was given as a gift by family. I'm not familiar with this. It does stretch the limit of what my wrist can handle, the size. And I thought it was really cool. What I really like about it is the bracelet. I learned that these are the types I like a lot. I believe it's a butter clasp. Again, still learning, but on and it's relatively hard. I love how there's no bracket there or anything to about. And I do actually like the thickness of the bracelet. I have an opinion. Yes, watches tell time, but so does my phone, my smartphone, and it tells time much more accurately. I do believe that nowadays watches can be seen as either a luxury item or a piece of jewelry. Just opinion. The final watch that I should talk about before I give my final thoughts is this Pagani Mecha Quartz. See that second hand is blued. I don't know if you can tell. I can't get too close to my camera without it going out of focus, but that's blued. This specific watch, I really like the fit. It's a 38 millimeter case. You can't really see the case back, but 38 millimeters, and the lug to lug is perfect for me. It makes it feel for a really good fit. Just sits on the wrist pretty well. I wore this a lot over the summer. So as I put these away, I just have a few final thoughts going into the remainder of the year. Good amount of time since it's February. What I want to do is, in essence, start all over. There's probably 2 or 3 pieces I'd keep. Definitely going to keep the Timex. I'll definitely keep the Orient. and I'll keep the piece that was given to me as a gift. All the others I'm very likely to get rid of. I don't wear them enough, and my hope is to actually come up with a collection that's either 3 or 4 watches total, so that most days I'm not wearing just one, I'm wearing one, then another. But once you get into the 5 or 6 or more region, in my opinion, the price you paid for these watches gets just lost in this box for most of the year. So I'm looking right now at the Timex Q GMT. There's a blacked out version that I really like. I'm also looking at a Seiko Explorer Homage. That looks awesome in white dial with some orange accents. What other ones am I looking at? I really want to get a new dress watch. Baltic has an amazing dress watch where the seconds hand is in between, or it takes the place of the 7 and the 8 hour markers. That's going to take some time to set up. And what I would like to do is they have a shop in New York that you can go and visit. And this summer I might go there, maybe take the camera if they allow it, film there a little bit, see what that's all about and what that looks like. I do enjoy the research. Oh, I see a little pin here, my bad. I do enjoy watching the videos, the Teddy Baldessars out there and the like. It's very interesting to me in the end. You know, it'd be really cool to have 4 or 5 watches, take a look at new ones every so often and see if they can fit in or replace a total of 4 or 5 watches that I will continuously own. Other than that's basically what I wanted to do today, is kind of map out for me what I would like to try to do for the year, and maybe come back to this video next February and see how far I've come, or if I've gone anywhere with it at all, or maybe I'll totally forget about it. But right now I've caught the bug, as you can tell. Thanks, and that's it.